Get my mini microphone. It's really good to see it's sort of changed, like, recently. Like, before, no one's ever been mean to me or anything. Everyone has always been quite encouraging. But quite a lot of times I used to hear, like, oh, you're good for a girl. Or, like, it's like a backhanded compliment. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what does that mean? Like, that's not a good thing to say. Ready? I just graduated uni, I studied fashion. I specialised in graphic design, and then I really like to design patterns as well. So yeah, that's what I've been doing all this time. And now that I left, I've just been skating pretty much, like every day. And I'm sponsored by Animal, so I've been doing quite a bit of stuff with them. We just got back from Spain last week, which was really cool, Bilbao. So yeah, had a good time. Did my first season. And then there was like a void in the summer. I was like, oh, what am I going to do now? So I went to Nuki. I worked in Nuki for a summer. And then just by coincidence, there was an event, Boardmasters. And then they built a mini ramp in a hotel, like some companies, so that they could finish off this tour that they were doing. So I saw the Vans team there, they stayed there, and there was a girl called Sam Bruce, and yeah, so I'd been snowboarding, and then I saw that, and I'd skated a little bit, just sort of rolled around, and I'd learned to drop in before and stuff. And after seeing her and seeing them, I was just like, wow, this looks cool, I want to be involved in this. When you used to Google skateboarding, girls skating, it would always come up with the rollerblader girls with bikini on and stuff. So at first it was really hard to find any footage, and then my favourite skater, girl skater, is probably Lacey Baker, not just because she was the first person I've seen, but she's just really cool. And yeah, I used to watch videos of her and then try, probably not very well. The competitions for the girls scene are really just a good place to see everyone. So I can't remember the first one that I went to, but it was probably UK Champs. It's in XC in Hammer, and yeah, it's a really, really good skate park. It's really cool. And also in Sweden, I went to quite a few in Sweden. It's called Get Set Go. And sometimes I do alright, and sometimes I do really bad. I'm not that great on competitions. Oh, lately it's gone absolutely crazy. It went from, in my eyes, just being sort of a handful of girls that skate, that all know each other, to just people coming out of the woodwork, really sick people as well. When I was in Sweden, there was a young girl called Alana Smith. And she is just outrageously good, better than most of any guy that you would see. And it's just so cool that what's the word? It's that's why people aren't saying stuff anymore oh, you're pretty good for a girl, because the girls are getting as good as the guys, so that's really cool. And then I noticed, well, I think here, especially for me and some of my friends, after we've seen her skate, it's real inspiration, you know, I came home and I was oh my God, I just want to skate all the time, because I was so inspired to. It's definitely grown massively, and obviously like Instagram and like the media as well, like you can all connect a lot easier. So it's just everything happening faster now rather than trying to YouTube something and nothing coming out. No one's fitting into this like skateboarding mould of like, you know, everyone wearing the same t-shirt and the same hat, like a little bit like some of the guys do. Everyone's like their own individual personality, which is really cool. So I think that a lot of girls maybe like to see someone that is interested in fashion and girls' things, but isn't like super girly, someone that maybe that they can relate to a little bit, and then obviously with the skating, hopefully maybe encourage them to try. And then the guys are probably just like, oh yeah, it's a girl that skates, that's cool. I don't know. I think it should be together because it's always just been me, pretty much, up till lately. And like, all the guys who are my friends have only ever been like really nice to me. So I kept it like, it's not strictly girls only. Some of my male friends came dressed as girls last night, which was quite funny. But I think it's just putting it out there and like welcoming people to come, and then they don't necessarily mind who's here, they just want to be involved with something. So they seem happy, like nobody seemed like that they were annoyed that there was guys here or anything. Yeah. Then the guys will try and help them with tricks and stuff like that, so it's only a good thing, I think. There's a young girl in England, she's called Josie. She's called Josie Millard. She seems to me that she's like really sick from looking on her Instagram and stuff. And there's Lucy Adams, Helena Long, Lois, who else? Rianne. There's a lot of girls now in England that I really hope I didn't. Oh, and Becky, and Emma. I don't want to miss anyone out. It just shouldn't be any different. Like, you have arms and legs, and you can use it for whatever you want, and it just, I don't know, there's so many girls, I think, that would love to just be playing football or something, and they're worried about what people think, and that's like a real shame because it's a lot of fun. I don't think it does compare to boys. I think it's completely different. Like, yeah, there's some people like Noah Houston that's like doing really crazy tricks that you can't even name. But, well, I can't because I don't know any of them. I don't watch that stuff. But it's more just about like creativity with girls and like trying to push yourself to be like not as good as the guys, but like just no different. Like, you know, like not like, oh, you're good for a girl or anything. Just like you're a girl that skates, and it's just a different thing, if that makes sense. Yeah, if some people want to come to the or girls or guys want to come to the girls' night, then you're more than welcome. You need to check the Prime Skatepark Facebook page, and yeah, I can't remember the date, but just check that Facebook page and it will be on there somewhere. Thank you.